Boy, do I have some really exciting news to share with you guys about the First Descendant. And of course, like always, guys, you know where you're going to hear all the First Descendant information first here on this channel, because after I release the video, you're going to see a bunch of copying and pasting. Well, let's go ahead and talk about what has us really excited, guys. One of the biggest questions that's been in everybody's mind, and everybody's a little bit precautious about the game, kind of walking on little eggshells, is like the game is going to be pay to win. There's going to be a lot of massive transactions. Guys, today I'm here to let you guys know officially from Nexion, the company that's making the game, they are letting you know that the game will not be pay to win. Now, we have a lot of other information to share with you guys, but this is the one that I felt was the one that everybody wants to talk about. So I wanted to mention this first. We're going to be talking about how the game has RPG elements. We're also going to be talking about how the development of the game actually took place, the reason why they decided to switch to Unreal Engine 5, and also what they're trying to accomplish with this beta that is going to be released. So if all of this sounds interesting, a like would be greatly appreciated. Let's get this video to 100 likes. I think we can. And without further ado, let's talk about no pay-to-win option. So in a recent post that got just recently released, guys, this is what they said in regards to the direction of the business model based on the First Descendants. They said, "We are fully aware that there are mixed concerns about the game's business model. The First Descendant is a free-to-play game that includes in-game purchases. Despite the negative perspective towards free-to-play games, in the First Descendant, you will be able to acquire all necessary rewards by playing the game. We are not planning on adopting a business model that hinders players' experience, commonly known as pay to win." So right off the bat, guys, they're letting you guys know this game will not be pay to win. You will be able to acquire everything in the game to be able to level up. So that kind of squashes the biggest negativity that people have about this game. Because I'm telling you guys, the game does look very beautiful. Just by looking at the trailers, Unreal Engine 5 is doing wonders for this game. Now, another really cool snippet that we got within this comment is when we kind of could expect a release date and how our feedback will probably influence that, which we'll talk a little bit later in the video. The next thing I want to mention is how the development of the story actually took place. This is what they said. They started the development of the game in spring 2019 with the goal of creating a global online RPG for PC. Not many attempted to develop loot and shooters in that genre at that time, but they decided to create a loot and shooter game because they believed that the loot or shooter genre had very much potential, which I 100% agree with them. We need more loot and shooters, and it's definitely a genre that's kind of nobody wants to touch because there's relatively one king right now, which is Destiny, and no one really wants to kind of pedal that water. But I'm glad Nexion stepped in and said, you know what, this is worth the time and worth our investment. And this is what kicked off the First Descendant. Using the latest version of Unreal Engine 4 at that time, after some time that they were developing the game, Unreal Engine 5 got announced, and they said, oh snaps, we need to get this game on Unreal Engine 5 because that's going to boost the quality of the graphics of the game exponentially. Even though they had made some progressions in the game's development, they finally decided to switch focus from Unreal Engine 4 and transfer the game to Unreal Engine 5 to get the best graphical quality possible. They said one of the main reasons they decided to make this change is because the difference of both versions and Unreal Engine 5 providing two major things, one called Nanites and one called Lumen, that is only found in Unreal Engine 5. In particular, they believe that Lumen Light quality would be essential for the future project, and all members of development, after seeing the game and how well it looks now, they 100% agree and are completely satisfied with the outcome. In addition to that, guys, they said that the Nanites technology renders high quality environment with billions of polygons, adding detailed expressions to the vast map. So when you play the beta, guys, that is one thing that you're definitely going to be able to notice when you guys hop in there, is you'll be able to notice high quality the environments are, how big environment the spaces look because of this new technology. Another thing they wanted to say and point out is that they wanted to make sure that this game had Lumen, and Lumen is the latest technology that expresses real light sources, and it's used to express angles of the sun that change over time and the lighting that changes when door opens and closes, when the sun sets, when the sun goes down, as you're watching right here on the video. So they wanted to make sure these two technologies were part of the game, and that is the reason why the game kind of a little bit delayed and why it got switched from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. So what is the main objective of the game? They said that the First Descendant aims for a loot and shooter genre with a mixture or RPG shooting elements. Now, with that being said, they said that the game's core content will involve defeating enemies and acquiring loot, and that is a lot of loot. Now, one thing they want to stipulate is the fact that this is a online always game. So you're not going to be able to play this game online. You're going to have access to the internet every single time due to the fact that your account will be within the cloud. Now, they said that the First Descendant wants to feature on 3 particular cores that are super fun within the game. Number 1 is looting, shooting, and co-op. They want to say that these are the 3 fundamental pillars of this game. They want to make sure that when you play the beta or when you play this game, you're going to fall in love on the shooting mechanics. There's going to be a lot of loot for you to uncover where you're not going to feel like you're spending your time killing a boss or killing an enemy and not getting enough loot. They say there is a ton of loot. And number 3, they want to make sure you're playing this with friends, and they want to focus on a co-op environment. Speaking of a co-op environment, if you guys are planning on playing the First Descendant and you guys love loot and shooters, I highly recommend you go over to our Discord server. We're trying to start it back up, and we're trying to get as many First Descendant fans to join the Discord so we could be ready to go team up for when the beta launches and also when the game launches. So head on over to the Discord server, link is down below, and I hope to see you guys over there. They say that the objective of the Steam beta in-game design will be to ask for the Descendants, that's pretty much us who are going to be playing the beta, opinion on these 3 elements: on the looting, on the shooting, and on the co-op. Descendants will be able to play as unique characters with different skills to carry out shooting battles and collect rewards, which will then be used to grow their characters and account. After you created enough rewards and after you got ahead and fought a couple battles, you're then going to have to proceed to the second stage that they want you to go, which is working together with other Descendants to challenge yourself on harder stages than the ones you previously had. And I believe this is kind of what the end game is going to be. It's going to be you challenging yourself to play harder stages, but requiring people to play with you to be able to complete the stages. I don't know if these stages are going to be soloable, but I'm assuming that they really want to focus. If you want to do the hardest level content, you're going to want to have to partner with someone. So that, once again, guys, head on over to Discord so you guys can have people to play with. Now, we will be streaming the game, and if you guys want to be able to jump in here and play with us, do consider becoming part of the Bolt Nation by hitting that join button down below. Now, they said that not all content will be available in the Steam beta, which is kind of expected, but they do want you guys to provide as much feedback as possible so you guys can make sure that the game suits what you want, and they could work on giving us the best game possible. This all sounds really awesome. They say that they're looking for the feedback to constantly improve stuff based on whatever we report, that is graphical quality, manipulations, changes to the core PvE elements, UX, and even more. So basically anything you find in the beta that you don't like, that you feel that needs to be addressed, you got to let me know or let them know so they can go ahead and make those changes. Another thing they want to test with the beta is how well the Unreal Engine 5 responds to a lot of people joining at the same time. They did say they did a internal testing to see how well it performed. It seemed to perform pretty well, but they want to know what it's going to feel like once there are multiple people actually playing the game. Now on to the future plans, guys, and when we can actually expect the release of the game. They say that they're aiming for release of 2023, but they still haven't decided a specific date. I kind of gave you guys an idea of when you could expect it on my previous video where I tell you guys everything you guys should know about the beta and what you need to do before playing it. So definitely check out that video. I'll link it down below in the description and also in the annotations, because that's going to kind of give you a ballpark of when in 2023 we could expect the game. They say that they don't really want to put a date right now because they want to make sure they get our feedback first based on this beta so they can see if the game is ready, or if they have to go back to the drawing board and fix a couple stuff of what we report back on the game. But they said after they get the feedback, they are going to come back and let us know with a couple announcements of when we can expect the game. And of course, if you want to hear it first, you're going to want to be subscribed to the channel because we're going to be the first ones to report everything that has to do with the First Descendant. We might even have some exclusive content coming very soon. Now, speaking about exclusive content, you're definitely going to want to check out this video, guys, going over what you need to know right now before you play the beta. Make sure you check out that video so you guys won't miss what you need to be prepared for, what you could expect. In addition to that, guys, if you're enjoying our content here on the channel, a like would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button because that does help us out. It helps us with the algorithm. Let's try to get this video to 100 likes. And guys, if you want to join the Bolt Nation, hit that join button down below. If you're going to be playing the game, we're going to be streaming it. If you want to hop on stream, definitely become part of the Bolt Nation so we could have you come join and you could be one of the first Descendants to join me in the battle. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.